Everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar for the CAD Treasury model. I will start with a small introduction, 2 minutes about what we will present today, and then I will show you a small video introduction, and then I will leave it to Alfonso to give you insights and small presentation and a demo about the system. So the system that we will see today is CAD Treasury, where the system can help you in your forecast and your reconciliation. It's fully compatible with SAP Business One, so it reads everything from SAP Business One. We'll see this later on with Alfonso. CAD is a part of Selector Group. It's a company under Selector Group, so it's a sister company as well for Selector Province. And we have already some customer using the application around the world, and we have as well customer here in the Middle East. So I will share now a small videos. I hope that you can hear the sound as well. Let me, Alfonso, if you cannot hear it, let me know so I can adjust it directly. So let me start the video now.
The main factors for sluggishness and the loss of competitiveness in corporations include a lack of financial planning and disregard of data relevant to proper decision-making. Today, there exists an effective solution to meet such needs and which has been backed by a large number of companies worldwide. CAD Treasury, a suite specialized in treasury management and automation developed by the company Quantum Leap Management. CAD Treasury is a state-of-the-art treasury management tool integrated into ERPs, able to eliminate dozens of unproductive manual operations which actually bring no added value to the company. This solution makes it possible to know the status of any banking product as well as risk and financing parameters, making the task of aggregating financial data onto a single platform easier. CAD Treasury is a modular tool that adapts perfectly to the real needs of any company, including corporations with multiple domestic or foreign delegations, subsidiaries, business groups, or simply with complex banking pools involving numerous banking products and a large volume of data. Our solution is designed on .NET technology, which makes it possible to access all relevant financial information from anywhere on any device. What's more, it allows for the installation of on-premise or cloud mode, aimed at facilitating its rollout and subsequent maintenance. This tool is able to obtain all data handled by banking institutions, ERPs, and any other systems within the company and work with them on an aggregate basis, allowing for the elimination of errors arising from manual data processing and providing considerable time savings, while at the same time generating a very comprehensive data set for decision-making. At the end of the day, CAD Treasury is the perfect solution for treasury management. It was designed to help companies to optimize liquidity management and financial planning while mitigating financial and operational risk.
So thank you. I will leave it now to Alfonso to start sharing his screen and show us the system. Go ahead, Alfonso.
Right. Thank you very much, Tony. And thank you, everybody, for joining us to this CAD Treasury webinar with Selector, Procons, and QLM. What you are going to see now is the system CAD Treasury that will allow you to automate all the treasury activity in your financial department. Okay. Well, as you can see, this software is a .NET software. You will run it with any browser that you are used to. It doesn't matter if it's Chrome, Explorer, okay? And you will have your own user and password to do the login. And what you will see will be the different modules that we will publish for your profile and to automate all your processes. Okay, so I'm going to explain you how we detect the different issues in the financial departments and how we help you to avoid these issues or automate some activity in your department, and how we connect with your SB1. Okay, how we send the information to SB1 or we receive the information in CAT from SB1 to do all this automation. So first of all, what you will have is a software for multi-companies. I mean, it doesn't matter how many companies do you have in your group. We will be able to manage all of them. And what is very important, we will manage all at the same time. Okay, you will not have to log in or exit from one company to another to work with the system. Okay, you will have all your companies, all your banks, all your accounts at the same time, and then in the different reports you will manage as you want to see this information, or how you want to run the accountings or the reconciliation, and that is something that you will see in the following minutes. Well, these companies will be linked with your databases in SB1. Okay, we are connected with the SQL system in SB1 and HANA. Okay, so it doesn't matter which version you have, which system you run your SB1, CAT is linked with all of them. Okay, so here with this offset, we can link our system with SB1. Okay, and down here you will see all the accounts that are linked to this company. It is very easy for the users to insert new companies, new banks, new accounts. Okay, so you will be able to run this software by your own. You will not need any consultant help for this management, and you will be able to do the same with your banks, as many banks as you work with. The connection with your banks will be done with RPA technology. Okay, we develop our own robots to connect with your banks, and depending on their security, if they use tokens or whatever, we can also develop some converters for the Excel files for your statements, or we can connect through API with some banks that can provide us that technology. Okay, so that's one of the most important jobs during the process of the implementation of this software. And once we have these companies and banks, we will upload all your accounts. Okay, current accounts or credit accounts, depending on which kind of accounts you work with. And here we will have all of them with an alias. Okay, that will help you to detect which account are you working with. And here is the account in your ERP in SB1. Okay, that we will use it to send all the accountings to be processed in SB1. Well, one more important thing in this general side of or configuration side of CAT are these collection and payments methods. Okay, here we will insert all the ways or all the methods you have or you work with your banks. Okay, you pay by transfer or cash or I don't know, taxes, whatever it takes, will be uploading this in this wizard. Okay, and here we will say how are you going to work with CAT. I mean, if we are going to account through this accounting module that I'm going to explain in a minute, or in the portfolio module. I mean, if that accounting, that entry will be automated against an invoice. Okay, that is something that I'm going to explain a little bit after. Well, and after that, once we have all these methods created in CAT, what we are going to do is to upload all the different files of your banks, and we are going to link with the different codification that comes from your banks. Okay, if we don't have these codes, these numbers here that are implemented in the standard NT940, okay, but for the banks that provide us different files and different formats, we can use this text search company and account alias to pick up the differences among the different entries. Okay, so we can detect if you are working or that record is a transfer or is a commission, interest, or whatever. Okay, so from this screen here, we will be able to link the different offset accounts to this configuration. So next time that in your banks come any record with this configuration, CAT will be able to insert all this accounting configuration in the entry. So you will be able to automate these accountings from CAT in SV1 directly from your banks. Well, so now I'm going module by module, explaining what we do, okay, and how we can help you to automate your processes and avoid errors in your financial department. So the very first time in the morning, what CAT will do is take all the different files from your banks, okay, that will be downloading from your banks during the night, okay, and it will upload these files. So you will be able in these finish imports to see how was the behavior of these uploads. Okay, here we have the different bands of this night. Okay, at the different hours, and here we have how many accounts are in this file, how many entries, if the result was correct or not. Okay, and if it's not correct, why or where is the error of this upload. Okay, here we have the different records of our banks. Okay, are already codified with the description and with the date, amount. Okay, everything you need to analyze this information. Okay, and now we have here the log that is telling us that everything was correct. Okay, so from now on we can start analyzing our information. What's next? We have this bank entry selector. Okay, as you can see, we have all our companies, banks, and accounts in just one screen. So we can choose one of them or all of them. Okay, to do any search we want with all the historical. So as much as you work with CAT, the more information you have. Okay, because you know that sometimes your banks don't provide you with all the historical, and you need to ask them to provide you with that information, but you need to speak with your office. It's something quite tough, but with this software, it's something that will be really easy for you. So, for example, if we want to know what's going on in our banks from this 21st in the NMB company, okay, here we have these almost 2,000 records. They come from January the 4th until June. Okay, so here we have all the records together. We have one company because we just pick up one company, but the different banks and accounts with the different records. Any search you want to do, you can do it in any of these little boxes we have in these different columns, or in this Google bar where we can find anything in the database. So if I write, for example, this word target, okay, now we found that among those 2,000 records we have 13 ops, target ops. Okay, and as you see, it's really easy. And if you want to customize your windows, your screens, you will be able to do it. You will be able to move columns from one side to another, or even you can pick up different fields from the database to include them in the bank information. For example, I'm picking up this exported a column that will tell us if these records are already accounted from CAT or not. Okay, so anything you want to search in your banks, you will be allowed to do it in this very easy way. Well, we have more reports. We have static reports like this bank position. Okay, in one shot we have all our companies or bank balances. Okay, and if we want to move, for example, to the beginning of this year or some months ago, we can do it, and it's something really quick. We will be able to see which balances we had in these days. Okay, and these static reports you will be able to download in PDF. Okay, and you will be able to send them through email to the different email addresses you want. So you will not have to even log in CAT to see some information. Okay, how we manage these emails or these automatic reports, okay, is through here. We can schedule reports from different modules. Okay, so this last one that you saw in the screen was from banks. It was bank position. Okay, and from here you will be able to schedule daily or weekly or whenever it takes. Okay, so that way you will have a daily email with your bank position without entering or logging in CAT. Well, this was a static report. We have the opposite. We have this balances statement. It's a pivot table that we will provide you, so you will be able to create your own reports. Okay, we will give you all the information, and then you will manage your own reports in a very easy way. Okay, I've done this webinar report just for this meeting of today, but I'm going to show you how I can change some columns, or I can change the data, and how I create a new favorite. Okay, I pick up these different companies. Okay, we have ACM with these different banks, Caesar, Rural, Santander, Unicaja. Okay, all these different banks. Okay, of the different companies with the methods we have in these different banks and companies. But for example, if I want to see all our banks together without the company, it's as easy as take out the company column from here and remove it, and now we have all our banks, okay, with the different business we are running through them. Okay, but if you want to switch, I mean, you want to see the different methods, and you want to see how your banks are working in the different methods. For example, here we have the commissions. Okay, well, you will be able to do it in a very easy way. And if you want to see one of these balances, how many commissions are inside, okay, it's very easy to drill down in this balance and to see which records are that balance. Okay, well, so now we have all our banks uploaded. What's next? Next thing we have to do is to automate the accountings. Okay, how do we do it? Okay, so as I explained before, we have two modules for automate these accountings. This one is the bank accountings. So from SB1, we will be bringing all the offset accounts of your ledger entry. Okay, it doesn't matter if you work with one or more ledgers. Okay, here I have one, but it would be possible to have as many as you have. Okay, in SB1, we just connect with SB1 as so. Anytime you create a new account in SB1, This is like a mirror, so it will appear here. So you will not have to do it twice. But not only here in the ledger entry, but also in the analytical information. So if you work with cost centers, projects, okay, or anything in your analytical information, we will be able to bring from SV1 as well. And with this information, we will create the automate entries, okay? So how it looks like once we do all the setup, okay, with our consultants will work with your team to do this setup. So once we have it, we can pick up, for example, one company, okay, and pick up the ones that are not already exported. So if we will hit here, fine. We have all the different records that are pending in our database to be exported to SV1. Okay, so here we have different commissions, credit cards, records, nominees, okay, whatever. So if I want to send this information to SV1, for example, I can take this one, okay, the first one. Is a commission, okay. Here on the right side, I have all the accounting information, okay. This is the offset account. If we have analytical information, it would be appearing here, okay. So what we have to do is just to hit here, export. Now we see that it disappeared. We don't have it in this screen. And if we go to our SV1, okay. This is how it looks like, this advanced treasury add-on, okay, and we go to the import accounting entries. Okay, we have this 12 euros commission, okay, so you will be able to or create the journal entry, or if we see something wrong, we can even discard, okay, this entry from SV1. So as both systems are connected, we come back to CAT, okay? And I'm going to reorder, okay? And you will see that we have, again, these 12 euros, okay? So if we correct anything it's wrong here in this entry, this offset account was wrong, for example, okay? So we can change it. Now it's not this one, it's number 10. Okay, so now we can save, we can do whatever it takes to change this entry and resend to SV1. Okay, so we come back to SV1 and we click here in the pine button. Okay, we have now the entry, and now that is correct, we can create the journal entry. Okay. So now it says that it is okay, it is already accounted. And if we come back to the historical, okay, we will be able to see the different entries we had accounted from CAT. Okay, so if you click here, you will see all the information of your entry in SV1. Okay, I did it just with one entry, but you will be able to do it with all your pending entries in CAT at the same time, and even if they are from different companies, accounts, banks, or whatever. Okay, so it will save a lot of time to your financial team to automate this side of the accounting. So the next accounting module is portfolio. Okay, here what we are going to do is to automate the accounting of your invoices, okay, the customers and suppliers invoices. And what we are going to do is to bring all your customers and suppliers, okay, from your database in SV1 for the different databases or the different companies, okay. And at the same time, we are going to bring all the invoices, okay, all the alive invoices or all the open invoices. So if we come here to this MMB company, we can see which invoices we have now open. Okay, we have 5,000 open invoices. Okay, but we also can see which ones are already accounted with CAT. Okay, we have a little bit more than 1,000 invoices that are already closed. Okay, so how we manage this automation is through these compensation rules. Okay, depending on how you work with your portfolio, we will create one or more different rules. Okay, these rules will be used by our algorithm to find the different open invoices and match with the bank entry. Okay, so we will use anything you have in SV1 or anything that we find in the banks that will allow us to match these open invoices. So the result of this automation, I'm going to show you this automation in the next module, in the reconciliation, because it's the same engine. Okay, so to avoid doing it twice, I'm going to show you only the result. Okay, so what you will find is this block selector. Okay, let's take our company MMB. Okay, so as you can see, we have the 1,200 blocks, okay, of different invoices. Here we have the rule that we use to automate this process. If we don't have rule, it means that that is a manual compensation, or CAD has its own rules, okay, inside the code that you will not see, but are working at the same time with your rules to detect the different open invoices that you have in the database. Okay, so how it looks like. Okay, here we have one bank record, and here we have our invoice. Okay, so once we have it finished, it works exactly the same than the accounting module. We will pick up the block or blocks that we have or we want to export. Okay, we only have these two blocks pending. Okay, so you will pick up them and send to SV1. Okay, well, so once we finish this accounting, okay, accounting and portfolio automation, the next thing you have to do is to reconcile your accounts, your bank accounts. Okay, this is a tough process because if you have a lot of entries in your banks, it takes a lot of time to your team to automate this, or to do this process. Okay, so what we will do is to help you to automate it. Okay, so I'm going to show you from here. Oh, let me do it from this. This is going to be better on this screen. Okay, so here we have. I'm going to show you this this report. Okay, I'm going to take one company. Okay, and I'm going to show you which is the status at this closing date of all the accounts that we have on the right side. Okay, so here we have the different accounts, account 1, 8, 68, 3, okay, all of the different accounts, and how many accounts we have with pending information, okay, that needs to be reconciled. So as we see this first account, we have in our bank side 53, and we have 83 in our accountings, okay, from SV1. So what I'm going to do next is to to run the reconciliation process, the automatic reconciliation process. Okay, I'm going to keep this report open, so you will see how this number is going down, okay, as we work with CAD. Okay, so if you remember, we are using company demo 4 and this first account. Okay, so here we have the closing date and all the different rules we have. Okay, if you remember, these are the same rules that we had in the portfolio module. So if I don't pick up any one of them, it means that I want to use them at the same time. Okay, so we click in the reconcile button, and automatically CAD start working, and it's trying to find all the different blocks. or records in one side and entries in the other one. Okay, so now the process is done. As I explained many times, we are working with one account, but you can run all your accounts at the same time. Okay. If we check this block proposal, okay, it means that if CAT finds something that could be wrong, or even we create a rule that we want to show us this proposal before closing the block, okay, you will be able to do it in this screen. So we have this 30,000 euros in the left side, in the banking side, and in our accountings we have different entries. Okay, so if we click here and we pick up all of them, it says that our difference is 0. Okay, we are done, and we can confirm this block. Okay, and what I'm going to do is to discard these pending blocks, because I want to show you how CAT helps you to finish this reconciliation in the manual reconciliation. Okay, but before going to the manual, okay, we are going to see how our report, okay, is right now. If I update this screen, now we are going from 5383 to 3 versus 14. Okay, so we just have a few records left, and what I'm going to do is to finish this reconciliation in the manual reconciliation. Okay, let's pick up this demo 4 bank account number 1. Fine. Okay, we have these 3 records and this 13 or 14. Okay, so if you see, we have this 18 that CAT couldn't match because we have 3 months of difference between both. Okay, and we have no rules for this huge difference of operation date. Okay, so we see that the difference is 0. We can confirm, and then we have these 2 records that goes against these different invoices. Okay, or entries from S1. Okay, if you see, we have the same balance in both sides. The difference is 0, so we can confirm our block. Okay, and now we go to our report. Now we can see that our reconciliation is finished. Okay, so it's very easy, it's very quick, it's very clean, and it takes you just a few minutes every month to do this process. Okay, so what comes next? Until here, what we have done is to help you to automate all these administrative processes. Okay, and the last 2 modules are the financial planning modules. Okay, so these next 2 modules is to see what's going to come next in the next months. Okay, so if we come here to the forecast, what we are going to see is it's this cash flow and financing report that we will tailor-made for you. Okay, because each company, each manager in the financial department has their own point of view or of how they want to see their forecast. Okay, so this is something very tailor-made that we will do with you. Okay, so if I pick up, for example, a few months, okay, I'm going to take 10 period, 10 months until June. Okay, I'm going to take these payment and collection concepts, and as we are working in this demo with credit accounts, I'm going to take this available balance. Okay, so we take all our financial credit of our different banks. So I click here, this find button, and now CAT is creating, okay, this automatic report of your forecast. Okay, here we have the ones that are the maturity date is older than the first day that we are seeing our report. Okay, here is the starting balance, and down here we have all the forecast. Okay, for this different group of concepts. Okay, so anytime you click here, you can drill down to see which invoices are involved in this period, in this concept. Okay, it's very easy to check everything. Okay, and we have right in the middle this line that is telling us how this group of concepts, which is the behavior of these concepts in the next months. Okay, October, November, December. Not only for this group of concepts, but also for a financial group of concepts we have down here. Okay, you can different the different concepts in this report. Okay, so as you see, here is the last or the final treasury, and which is the future behavior of it, depending on the different forecasts that we have bringing from SB1. Okay, so this information is totally automated and linked with SB1. So any document you have insert in SB1 with a maturity date, a due date, okay, will be coming to CAT anytime you do any change in SB1. So this report is fitted with that information, and it is updated. So you can trust in what you are seeing, because there is not only that information, but also it's information that is outside of your ERP of SB1. Okay, so anything you have, for example, rents that you have outside, or salaries, okay, some things that are not in SB1, we can upload in CAT in a very easy way with some Excel templates, or manually. We have engine to create forecasting CAT as well. Okay, so you will have all the information you need to have this report correctly fitted. Okay, and if you want to work with it in Excel file, okay, I mean, this software comes to supply your Excel file for some duties or some daily activity. Okay, but if you want to use Excel to change some things, or do different reports, just changing some things, we offer you this Excel file with dynamic information to work with it, okay, and save any information you want, and to compare one report to another. Okay, so we will give you this tool to help you. Okay, and the last thing that we use to feed this report is the F&I module. Okay, we are going to upload all the amortization tables of your different operations. Okay, and those installments will come to this side of the report down here. Okay, and anytime that you create a new loan, for example, okay, it will appear here, and the monthly installments will appear automatically from this module. Okay, F&I. This one is the last module of this software. Okay, so how it works? Well, first we create the different instruments, these loans, rents, whatever it takes that creates an amortization table. Okay, and once we create these instruments, we upload the different operations. Okay, we have in our company. So here we have the different loans. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Let me take one of them that have have the loans already or have the installments already exported to forecast. Okay, is this one? Let's pick up contains. Okay, and here we have. Okay, it's this one. So if we open one of our loans, okay, we can see all the information needed to create this operation. And here we see the amortization table with the principal and interest that every month is going to happen in our banks. Okay, so as you can see, the amortization increases and the interest decrease. Okay, each period, and we can also automate the accounting from this amortization table, because as you see, every month the installment is the same. Okay, in the bank, in your bank, you will see the same amount, but in your accountings, you will have different interest or principal, or even it could be a commission. Okay, so from this table, we will be able to export to SB1 these different installments. Okay, and each different account, okay, will be accounted in SB1 from here. So, as I explained before, we will be able to send to the forecasting, okay, these different installments. So it is very easy to find this information in our report, okay, and we will not have to anytime we hire a new loan with any bank. Okay, we just bring that information to CAT, and CAT will send all the installments to the forecast module. Okay, and last report, I'm going to show this this report, these operation details. Okay, until so here what we will find are all the loans together. Okay, for the next 5 years. Okay, it's a huge report, okay, that give us a lot of information or show us a lot of information. So if we want to see a brief of this for the next years, which behavior will these loans have, okay, we can get this PDF that is telling us how much money do we have in these different instruments in all our company, okay, or the group of companies, how much balance we have left at the end of this year and the next years, okay, how it will be decreasing in our group, but not only for the group, but also in the different instruments, okay, the loans, the rents, okay, whatever we have created in CAT, in our banks, okay, which will be the behavior in the different banks that we took financial loans with them, and in the different companies. Okay, so here we can see the behavior of these loans in the future. Okay, how much left we have to pay to our banks in the following years.
Yeah, Alfonso, we still have like 2 minutes.
Sorry?
We still have 2 minutes. We are behind the schedule, so if you can wrap it up.
Well, so just for the last 2 minutes, just show you that CAT can create different profiles for your company. So the different these different profiles. Okay, we can link these profiles to your users. Okay, so here we will indicate which accounts, companies, or banks will be linked with each profile, or even if they will be able to see one module or another. Okay, or even if they can edit or just consult some information. Okay, So this is something that we used to do it at the beginning of the project. So any one of you or your users in your team, okay, will be linked with these different profiles, okay. So they will see only the information that the CAT manager in your company allow them to see or to manage. Okay, so until here is the demonstration of this software. Okay, these are all the functionalities. These are all the issues that we find in the different financial departments of our customers, and how we help them to automate these processes, and how we help them to get information to analyze it rather than process this information. Okay, Tony. So this is all.
Okay, thank you, Alfonso. Thanks for this. So, guys, as shown by Alfonso, for CAT Treasury model, it makes a good impact, especially in the situation during COVID, during where you have to calculate exactly your cash flow, okay, and take care of all this stuff. So if you have any question, you can unmute yourself or just use the chat box to write any questions that you want. We will answer it. By the way, we have a question, Alfonso, about how CAT link with the banks to import the bank reconciliation. Is it automatically? Is it manually? Now you showed us that it can be done on Excel, but they have it. You have it as well standard files. Like if you can just explain that as well.
Yes, our technology is the RPA technology and API technology. So if your banks can provide us with that technology, that's fantastic, because we can automate this process in CAT. Okay, but some banks they cannot provide these APIs or RPAs because they have tokens, they have some security that we cannot break from our side. So what we do is to provide you with some standard Excel file, okay, that you can download from CAT, and you can just copy all these statements, okay, from your banks, daily or weekly. Okay, you can. Let me show you the template, but I need to take it outside this server because I have no office here. And I can show you here. Sorry. Okay, here is the template. I'm opening. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, this template is in Spanish. Should be in English for you. Okay, so you will just will need to copy all your statements and upload it in CAT. Okay, it's very easy. It's not the perfect way or the automatic way to do things. But if our banks or your banks don't provide us with the opportunity to run our robots, it's the only way to take this information. Okay. There are other ways. They can send us like Citibank send us the information through email. Okay, and some banks do that as well, but that's something quite strange.
Okay. So any other question, guys? I think we are okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for attending the meeting. And thank you, Alfonso. If you have any question, please let us know by email. You can contact directly your TAM. And from our side, we will be sending the recording and we'll post it on our social media so you can check it later on again. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Alfonso, can you just stay online, please?
Yeah, sure.